Agent Tom, hey guys.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing today?
Doing good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great.
We're very excited. The guides have a lot to share and a lot of energy
Wait.
as well.
Okay, we're excited too. So go ahead and do you want to take questions today?
Yes, please.
Okay.
We'll
All right.
go into to channel here in just a few minutes, and then we'd love to have your facilitation. Thank you.
Okay, I'll do that. And then when it's time to do the closing, I'll let you guys know as well.
Thank you
I
so
know the
much.
drill. I know the drill now.
I
Yes,
know
you
he's got
really
it down.
do.
We're so grateful. We're
We're
so grateful.
delighted.
All right. Okay, it's all yours.
Thank you so much. Welcome, everybody. We're so delighted to be with you. We are going to focus on the high end of the chart, as Neil just said. Because really all of this is about joy. It's about recognizing and realizing joy as your birthright, that we can, I think what the guides will keep communicating is that we can almost get lost in shadow and forget that the goal is to get through the tunnel. It's to get to the light. And so we're delighted to be with you and to let the guides do what they do.
Absolutely. You know, the guides often explain that each and every one of us through our incarnation has a unique lens to see out upon the world. And with all of that contrast that is out there, we have also unlimited choices to make. And sometimes, you know, the guides often suggest that the lessons that we have to learn in life are equally valid when we learn them through joy, just as we might learn them through darkness. And so the guides say, what would you rather choose? So it doesn't have to be that you have to necessarily spend all of your time in pain and darkness and turmoil. You can actually focus on the light, focus on your self, your inner tuition, your energy centers, and open up to these higher realms and these higher experiences and this everyday operational state of joy. We're not just talking about, you know, a single experience here. We're talking about an operational frequency. And within that frequency, you still have contrast. You still have shadow, light, and dark. But each of it helps you get further toward your understanding and helps you with your spiritual growth.
So the guides have really taught us about joy as a state of being. And that's what we'll focus on, but we're going to let them talk. I will just say one other insight, not sure if they're going to say it, so I'll say it. And that is the dark night of the soul is a night. They make this point a lot to us. They're like, you don't live in the dark night of the soul.
You don't have to stay there.
Yeah, it's a passage. And so anyway, we're delighted to bring them through. I will tell you that one of the things the guides like to do the most is to remind you of your light, because remember, we're all made of universal energy, and universal energy is expressed as light. And so I think one of the very first things they're going to do when we bring them in is help you connect to your light by connecting to Source's light. So let's go ahead and get started.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is going to be an energetic transmission for you as well. So we invite you to get settled into a nice space wherever you might be right now. Tom is going to lead us with a meditation to get us aligned and you aligned, so you can invite your guides along to join us with this. And you'll certainly feel that energetic transmission. You'll probably see it come through us as the guides come in. We're going to step away, go into a light trance. And then our friend Neil is going to select some of your questions today. So we look forward to the guides answering your questions.
Please put them in chat, anything you'd like to know. And hopefully this has given you a bit of a foundation of the kind of questions you might want to ask. There's nothing off limits. There's nothing that offends them, that they don't feel they want to answer.
Yep. And right at the end, they're going to do something called the hug, which is something we really love, which is also an energetic transmission of unconditional love from divine source consciousness, because we're all connected. We're actually never separate or cut off from the light. It's always there, whether it's a pinprick of light that you see when you meditate, or whether it just exudes from you in every moment of every day. The light is there within us and within each and every one of our circumstances. So look forward to the hug at the end.
So this really is participatory, and we encourage you to feel as much as to listen. All right, so because of that, we're going to all come in together, and I'm going to ask for you to join us. Make yourself nice and comfortable. Make sure you're connected somehow to the floor, to your feet or your seat, I like to say. And let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to ask you to join me in 3 deep breaths in and out. In and out. In and out. This is the guide's favorite part of this meditation, for it is uniquely human. It is uniquely your physical apparatus that allows you to take in from the universe without thought and without effort a life force that sustains you. And so we encourage you to fully draw in breath and feel its effect upon your body. Feel it feed every cell in your body. Note how you can direct that energy, the energy of your breath, into any part of your body that feels discomfort or dis-ease, and then allowing your exhalation to release anything that does not serve you. This simple act, done thousands of times throughout a day, is truly the metaphor of your life. Breathing in spirit, which is given to you freely, and releasing anything that is not necessary through your exhalation. Fully embrace this gift. I ask you now to allow yourself to feel the earth underneath you. She is always present. Her gravity holds you. Without a single bit of effort, you do not have to hold on to her. You do not have to tie yourself to her. She is always holding you. Allow then to feel her energies come up into your root chakra, a beautiful reddish brown energy, as she grounds you, as she holds you, as she nurtures you in her own unique way, for she sustains you in so very many ways. Allow through your breath her energies to come up to you. As you open your crown chakra, allowing in the divine light of Source, a beautiful violet silver light, which shines directly through your chakra at the very top of your head, meeting the energies of earth and making a beautiful combination that again requires no effort on your part, but is simply the way in which you are created, so that you are always fulfilled from above as from below. Here, begin to feel the remainder of your chakras open, your sacral chakra, and the beautiful orange light, a creative force that is a part of your inborn ability. Your solar plexus, where the seat of your identity, both as an incarnated being as well as an eternal soul. Feel the beautiful yellow light as it shines out, proclaiming, I am. Breathe up now to your heart chakra, the source of energy where all compassion is found. Again, you're naturally equipped to feel compassion when you allow this chakra to shine its beautiful green light, shining out beyond your room, out into your community and beyond, out into the world should you allow it to. Breathing up to your throat chakra, the source of your expression and all the energies connected to expressing your groundedness, expressing your creativity, expressing your identity, expressing your compassion, expressing your thoughts, your ideas, your perception of the universal mind. And now we move to the third eye, allowing this to open right in the middle of your forehead, opening and shining out an indigo light as if opening a door. And here you are always able to connect to the etheric realm beyond this time and space. This has always been within your ability. Ask you now to look out into this open door to see all that lives in the etheric field, for this is where we shall spend our time. Look in the distance for the very light of source. It is there in the distance, a beautiful, bright, white pin light. Allow yourself to see it in your mind's eye and to feel its connection to your own soul's light. Feel that light as it shines. See the light within and its exact replica of the light of source. Ah, there you are. There you are. It is from this place that we call out upon our beautiful guides and ask them to join us, along with the guides of all those who are listening, whether live or listening to a recording. We invite in all these guides together with us to use this opportunity to join us in this etheric table, in a perfect communion, a blending of energies. Allow us then, AJ and myself, to communicate your downloads clearly and precisely, so that the greatest good of those who are listening is accomplished. We are so grateful for this opportunity and this chance to commune with you today. We thank you for joining us. We thank you for your willingness to learn and to grow and to seek and then to find. We call you the Sentinels. You are unlike much of humanity, willing to listen. The door opened for some of you just a crack, and for others of you a great deal. We see you standing etherically ahead of the remainder of humanity, and for a reason. This is not luck, this is not your own accomplishment, but it is designed for those of you to awake and to stand ahead as a sentinel, pointing the direction, showing the safety that lives ahead, the joy that lives ahead. For you know your joy, your state of being shines like a bright light to the remainder of humanity, enables all of humanity to see what lies ahead and to move fearlessly toward it. Oh, yes, you play such an important role. You take on such a critical element, as is your birthright. And so we wish to begin by thanking you for your willingness, thanking you for your desire, thanking you for your courage, for it has taken courage for many of you to look out and to see the more that is available to you. Ascension will occur in this way, as you all move in phases, leading one another ahead, and your position ahead is not lost, but is deeply and gratefully a part of the divine plan.
Indeed, dearest ones, we remind you at this time, as you look out upon your circumstances and your conditions of the world that you find yourself in, the reality as you call it, and the contrast therein. You are of the light. You are light. You are never disconnected from the light. And with this reassurance, dear one, please know in each and every one of your conditions, in each and every one of your circumstances, therein is the light enabling you to be fully equipped, enabling you to be fully equipped and to have everything and all of the answers that you need at your disposal when you go within, when you find this light and expand this light within yourselves.
We are saying to you that all of this is a part of your creation. It does not require for you to seek out things that not are already a part of what and who you are. You are on an eternal pathway, yes, and each of your lives have introduced to you new lessons and new ways of knowing, all that accumulate into what exists now, all cumulative for you to now, to this moment now. And yet what we are saying to you, that there is not effort necessary. There is, in fact, everything that is needed for you. The light is around you and within you at all times. Yet you have choice, dear ones. What this means is that you have the ability to choose what you shall see, what you shall experience. As you are aware, the preoccupation with darkness, it is your entertainment, it is your constant conversation, and it appears in many, many forms, in judgments, in pronouncements, in grabs for power, whether they be as large as war or as small as your desire to win an argument today. We are suggesting to you that it is all choice, and therefore we find the most important question for you at any one time is, how well is this choice serving me? Is it giving me what I wish? I choose to sit for 3 hours and watch people kill each other. Watch the bad guys get it. Watch people harming one another and call this entertainment and pay part of my resources for it. And we would ask, how does this serve you as you wish to live in light, for there is joy? How much joy is becoming from these choices? Such a simple question. And the good news is that you may ask that question often and make as many choices as necessary.
Dear ones, this is a matter of your ascension. This is what we mean by ascension, your ability to make conscious choices toward the light. For dear ones, notice in darkness there is separation. Notice in darkness there is the feeling of loneliness and abandonment. And yet you are always connected to everything and to everyone. There is no separation, as you can see with the channels here themselves. There is this aspect of oneness for you to ascend into. And it is with this, in making new conscious choices toward the light and toward oneness, the peril of the darkness and the shadows that you see before you shall indeed diminish.
We have much to speak with you about, and yet we wish to hear from you, to blend with your energies. And so we ask if there are questions that you may have for us, for we wish to engage in conversation with you.
Yes. Question from Bridget. Requesting guidance for how humans can step out of the battle between light and dark, as well as disengaging from parasitic, siphonic, or manipulative energies.
We are grateful for this question, but you shall be surprised at the answer, we think. For it is easier for you to simply choose light. As we have mentioned, it is not the two vying for each other. There is not an encroaching darkness that is out to get you. We wish to say this often. There is no negative energies that are working against you. For the universe only creates and expands, it cannot destroy. It does not desire to see you in suffering. It desires to see you in expansion. And yes, as we have mentioned, contrast plays an important role here. And yet we ask you to live without fear, that there is a darkness over my shoulder, in a person, in an entity, in an energy. Instead, there is only a possibility of light and a function of darkness. We hope this makes sense to you. In other words, as darkness surrounds you, asking the question, what is it that you wish for me to see? What is it that you wish for me to learn? For my natural state is in the light. And therefore, if there is something blocking my view of the light, then let me find it. Let me address it. But most importantly, let me continue to stay and walk and step in to the light.
Indeed, dear ones, we shall tell you of a secret that is important for you to know at this time. Dear ones, you are indeed sovereign beings. You are of your own I am. And as sovereign beings, there is nothing that can affect you. There is nothing that can harm you. There is nothing that can attach itself to you, dear ones, without your permission, without your conscious co-creation, which is why we return to your choice. There is nothing more powerful than your intention and your ability to choose as a sovereign being, as your own I am, as an aspect of the light, a part itself of divinity, of source consciousness itself. Again, returning to this aspect of oneness and ascension. This is a time for you to make new choices in the light of your sovereign being.
It is impossible for you to lose the light, but it is not impossible for you to lose sight of the light, which is why we begin today, reminding you that the light is always present for you. You are equipped with a beautiful third eye, which is designed for you to connect beyond this time and space. You are not trapped in this dimension. but you have a beautiful doorway that enables you to see beyond, and therefore we encourage you, as you feel your own light being dimmed, that you simply return to Source's light. For we are hoping that you have felt, as you gaze upon Source's light, you continue to feed the light within, for it is made of the same stuff. It is the same. There is no separation between your soul and its light and the Source's light. A simple way for you to re-find in the darkness where the light is.
Tashina is asking, are you the oversoul? Are the guides a representation of the oversoul?
Yes, we are avatars. It is important you recognize this, for we shall never be more than we are, and we are only able to work through your higher self, the channel's higher selves. And yet here is a secret about your guidance, for you all have a number of guides, and these guides shall always appear to you in an avatar that is easiest for you, not always the most recognizable for you. In other words, you may not only see saints if you are from a certain religion, or angels or deities if you are of another, but instead you shall see the guidance that is necessary for you in any given situation, all through your own higher self, your receiver, if you will, your clarifier, if you will, even your filter, which you must on a regular basis polish. You must on a regular basis maintain, and to do so is simply to sit in silence, to sit with Source itself, to sit with your guides. The more that you do this, the higher the reception, the more you are able to step away from your own human mind, which wishes to doubt, which wishes to explain, which wishes to create science around. What we are suggesting is something much simpler. It is simply there. It is simply available, and only needs your consciousness to activate.
Indeed, in your guides, the channel's guides, the guides, not exclusive, available to each and every one of you. Again, no separation. Each and every one of you fully equipped through your chakra system, through your abilities to work with your energies and your intention to connect with us.
So important to realize that all energy, all subjects, easier for you in your human mind to consider. All the subjects that your mind is able to think of, all occurs upon a spectrum. It is unavoidable. It is the form of creation. On one end of the spectrum is the heaviness, the darkness, the low frequency, the density. On the other is the light, the lightness, the brightness of a higher vibration. Noted that your emotions correspond, yes. Noted that when you are focused upon the dark and the heavy, this illness that I am battling, this financial situation, these politics, this challenge that I am facing, that your emotions are equivalent. And therefore, important that you ask what lives on the other end of the spectrum, for it is equally available to you. What on the other side might I shift towards your guides. Us ourselves are here to help show you the other side of the spectrum, what is possible for you. You do not need to live in the darkness.
Sandra is saying, how do we deepen our compassion for the shadow collectively and as individuals?
We wish to begin to answer this question by asking you to appreciate all that exists within creation. We love this word appreciation, for it is truly the meaning of your ability to see the light within the situation, to appreciate even those that have criticized you, and what it is that it brings you toward, either a better understanding of your own sovereignty, as you decide, I do not care what your opinion of me is, or a way for you to say, there is a flicker here that I can look at and I can use, a choice that I can make, not to change the perception of the other, but because I see in this something that makes me feel better, that makes me more inclined toward the light. This is always a possibility for you, and therefore what we are suggesting is that you can simply begin by appreciating all that is available within the light. This we would begin with. This your guides are working with you now to see the bird right outside your window, the sunshine itself, the constant ability to see loved ones and their love around you, the view of good deeds, the view of kindness. These things are available to you at all times and easy for you to see and therefore appreciate. And yet we are suggesting as well, there is much to appreciate in the other end of the spectrum, for it is trying to teach you the experiences you've chosen in each lifetime are often marked by these darker periods. And the question you must ask is, and for what purpose? The purpose is seen in your integration now. The purpose is seen in the lessons that they have provided, the bridges that you have crossed through them that you need not cross again.
Indeed, there is always the light in each and every one of your circumstances, in all of the darkness as you choose to perceive it, for it is all from the same source, dear ones. Note carefully the aspect of the darkness, not serving to punish, not serving to suppress, but simply serving an important function for you, dear one, to gently nudge you toward your heart's desire, to gently enable you contrast, to make new choices, to elevate your consciousness and make new decisions toward the light.
And this requires practice, yes? We ask you, play this game with us. And that is in the mornings, each morning. Ask yourself, or tell yourself, declare, assert, I shall find 5 things that I appreciate today. I shall have 5 things presented to me that fill me with appreciation. And then at the end of the day, to reflect upon those 5 things, to relive that appreciation. We promise you, over time, it will be difficult to live other than joyfully.
Bridget has another question here. What is the easiest way for us to consistently connect with our high self in our waking reality?
Silence. What we mean by this is you humans, we love you so much. You tend towards distraction. You tend to keep your minds busy with this piece of equipment or this form of communication or this activity. You have learned to disdain silence, and yet silence is your greatest friend. It is your soul's pathway toward your higher self. It is when you are able to listen. It is a choice. What we mean is that there is a choice at any moment. Is this email or Instagram more important to me than what spirit may wish to say to me through my higher self? Seems a silly choice, yes? And yet you are making it each and every moment. Sometimes successfully, sometimes not.
Indeed, dear ones, you are great transmitters, and yet we ask you through your practices to make time to learn to become great receivers. As you sit in silence, you open your channel, as it were, to be able to receive, to be able to create space for new insight, to create opportunities for, as you would call it, the answers to come to you, for you to create opportunities of inspiration, to connect with your heart's desire, and indeed, most importantly, to develop that critical relationship with your guides, your light, and divine source consciousness itself.
Everything that is a part of your being is a part of this process, not just your higher self. And so we encourage you to embrace every aspect. There is a reason why we begin with you by opening each of your chakras, for you are fully equipped as an incarnated being. You understand your chakras, your energy transfer centers are created for you as an incarnated being. Your soul does not need them, they are all contained. Yet your physical apparatus does need to have clear pathways of energy, all fed from the divine, all nurtured by Mother Earth. Why? The base is your root, the head is your crown. And yet each of your chakras are designed to assist you and play a critical role. None can be ignored. This is a wonderful exercise for you as you sit in silence, as you meditate, is the word you like to use. We are fine with this word. What we are hoping, though, is that your meditation is one of reception and not one of transmission. Why do many prayers not work? Because you are too busy talking. What we are suggesting is instead that you allow yourself to open each of these energy centers and feel in to all that is being transmitted, and to listen carefully to how it is influencing your creative power, how it is influencing your identity, how it is influencing your compassion, what many of you call conscience, how it is influencing your expression or your need to express, why you feel the need to create and to write and to speak, how it is affecting your third eye, which allows you to step beyond and is thoroughly connected to your higher self. All of these work in connection, in perfect cooperation for you, and all are necessary. Much work for you to do in silence. Yes, much work for you to do as you sit in quiet.
Junis is saying, I've heard that in this present moment, it is the first time such a large scale experiment in mass enlightenment has reached this level of progress. Yet I wonder, how can anything be a first time if beyond this reality, time doesn't exist as we know it, and all possibilities are unfolding simultaneously?
We remind you of the spiral of consciousness. We remind you of the constant movement upward and outward, a perfect analogy for your understanding of what is growing on. And yes, there have been civilizations who have reached some of these pinnacles themselves. You are aware of these societies not present at the time. And yet we return to the fact that you are sentinels, for you are expanding the spiral and enabling those further down to recognize their ability to move along with the spiral as well. There is no end point. There was no beginning point. And so we encourage you not to see this from a linear perspective, but in fact, from the perspective that you are suggesting, which is that it is not dependent upon time. It is not dependent upon place. It is not an accomplishment that must be built or destroyed. It is an awakening, and you have been straining for quite some time towards this level of awakening. Speaking as the beings from other civilizations table, we have been waiting some time for you to do this. We have been waiting a good deal of time for you to reach a point within the spiral that we need not fear you, that we need not protect ourselves from you, but that we may unify with you.
Indeed, dear ones, we remind you of the nature of the universe with its sole purpose to simply expand and create. So too with you in your incarnations, as you expand and create, and as your consciousness grows, we remind you of the many symbols that are placed in your sacred geometry, in nature, in the very makeup of your DNA itself. The spiral always advancing forward and expanding out.
We also remind you, for it is important to remember, that it is not you alone, that this is a universal principle. For it is not merely your expansion. We shall correct our intergalactic brothers, for they are expanding as well. They are simply further along than you are. No, your expansion makes all the difference for all of the expansion of the universe. In fact, the opposite is true. As you stop expanding, you make choices that affect all of the universe. You cannot help not do this. You do not simply affect humanity, you affect the universe itself. Now we wish for you to see this in a different light, for this is the source of joy. All of your being contributes to the expansion of the universe. The universe is incomplete without you, and therefore your soul plays a critical role. It matters to the universe what choices you make. It matters about your awakening, and there are many in bated breath wishing to assist you in any way so that you can move forward in this direction. And yet it is beyond you, for the universe itself is expanding.
Notice, dear ones, as you move into the light, into the higher frequencies of love and joy, there is greater expansion from you, greater ability to appreciate, greater opportunities for interaction, an ability to see, as it were, more clearly in the light. And so at this time, dear ones, we remind you that your ascension is not yours alone. It is the ascension of the birds and the plants and the animals upon your planet. Indeed, Mother Gaia herself, and indeed that of us, the extraterrestrials, and all of consciousness, as we have all chosen at this time to ascend. You specifically at this time to ascend with a conscious understanding of your awareness of that process of ascension for your very self.
Yet all that matters is the light. All that matters is love. All that matters is your recognition that all that you are spiraling towards, all of the universe, source itself, is focused in love, for you live in a love-based universe. And what does this mean? It means for you two important things. One, it means that there is only support and love for you. You are adored. We love to say this to you. For many of you still do not believe. You still sit in a place that feels you are not worthy of being adored by the creator of the universe, by the central intelligence of all that is. And yet, this is the nature of Source. It is the nature of your own soul. And therefore, we encourage you to fully embrace how deeply you are adored by all of the universe. The second is like it, that there therefore is nothing that is working against you. There is nothing holding you back. There is nothing out to get you, if you will. As we have said before, the darkness serves its purpose. The elements of density are there to teach, but only for one purpose: to increase your joy, to increase your love.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And we are ready now for the closing transmission.
We are so grateful for this time to spend with you, for it is so very much a privilege to spend time with those who are seeking, who are wishing to learn more. And yet, as you have heard us say, do not do this simply with your mind, but allow yourself to feel as the whole being that you are, eternal as well as incarnated, and the depth of love that is available to you now. We encourage you on this day to, as your minds become so full, to also allow your heart to become full, to allow yourself to fully realize, we love this word, to fully realize the depth of love in the universe and its direction toward you. There is nothing for you to do. There is no way for you to earn it. It is simply the way the universe is formed. To be much to celebrate.
Dearest ones, we are so grateful for you. And at this time, we ask you to accept unconditional divine source consciousness, to discard those ideologies of separateness and step into unconditional love with your own. And with this, we are complete. Such great love. Such great love.
I tell you, somebody really needed that hug.
Ooh, such great love. Wow.
Yeah, I feel we all need that. Thank you guys so much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Thank
so
you
welcome,
for,
Neil. What a
You and your
privilege.
audience are so welcome. We feel all of that. Absolutely.
yeah. And I just appreciate the shift from the heaviness of what a lot of us maybe have experienced when it comes to the shadow to coming, even looking at those things with joy, curiosity, like we've shared here today. And a lot of what you're
Yeah.
sharing is like you shift the perspective around the weight that we have behind the questions that we're asking. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And we hear the guides say all the time to us, "Oh, you're making this so much more difficult than it needs to be."
Yes,
we hear
yes,
that a lot.
yes. Yes, and important to note that the darkness does serve a very critical point. I think the guides explained a little bit of that earlier on in the transmission, but it really does serve to help us see an alternative, to enable us to find the courage and the strength often in the light that is within us, and to expand that and bring that forward. And that's the emergence from that dark night, as it were. So really just embrace it. Know that you have all of the resources there and the ability to connect with your guides, because they're cheering you on. You're always apart together with them.
Yes,
Agreed.
beautifully said. Thank you so much, guys. And would you just go ahead and let everybody know, where they can find out more about you? I know you have your website there, but anything else you'd like to share?
Absolutely. Well, the guides have a really unique ability through Tom and AJ, the channels right here. When we go into that, shared consciousness and bring the guides through, they have this beautiful, unique ability to determine what it is that you actually need and what it is that you actually need to hear from your guides and the guides. And so a personal session with the guides is a great way to start. You can book that online at our website, speakingfromsource.com. And we have some phenomenal events that we do each and every month as well. Just go over to our website, speakingfromsource.com. There's an events tab there. We do a group online channeling as well, which is available to everyone at a very affordable price. And we also encourage everyone that's listening today to go over to the website, speakingfromsource.com, and check out our Wisdom Wednesday. You can enter your email in there and get the unconditional love, guidance, and support in a message from the guides delivered straight to your email box each and every week. And that's our gift to you.
Beautiful. AJ and Tom, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you very much. We'll see each other soon.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
You are welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Talk soon. Bye.